We move on to our next speaker. Is Aivar Ruukel from soma.com, also from Estonia. He's a local, seasoned local guide and UNESCO intangible cultural heritage enthusiast. He will delve into the relationship between sustainability and intangible cultural heritage. He will draw from Estonia's UNESCO-listed ICH elements, exploring the delicate balance between preserving authenticity and promoting sustainable tourism. Aivar, welcome. There you are. Thank you. You want the microphone?
Yes. I also have some keywords here. Good morning and glad to be here. It is my second Green Destinations conference. And yes, I am a local guide in the National Park of Soma. If Lahimaa translates as land of bays, or Lahemaa in Estonian right pronunciation, then Soma translates as land of mires. There is also a post tour tomorrow that takes you to Järvamaa and Pärnumaa, and among these two trips to Soma. Are some of you going there tomorrow and day after? Only one hand. Yeah. Anyway, you are welcome then next time. And also tomorrow during this trip, I mean, these people, 30 people actually, they will be seeing my place, and also we have a 90 minutes then program to introduce to this boat heritage. So I am a local guide, but I am also a builder of boats. This is a very old type of boat. So boat historians say that some boat already was existing in a very early Stone Age. And of course, with stone tools, maybe you cannot make such a thin boat. But basically, what you need is a big log, and you carve it empty, so you remove the unnecessary part of the material, and you get something that you can use for moving on the waters. So, of course, people have always been walking, and some roads existed, and especially these hunters and gatherers, when they followed animals, they was walking, and but all the other means of transportation and communication are rather late. So hundreds of thousands years. In Estonia, we don't have very old founds, but in our neighboring country, Latvia, there are boats that are from 4,000 years back. And yeah, later when the tools became metal, you was able to make it more light, because of course you want the boat to be stable, but also sometimes to carry it, take it to the land. So and people are smart, yeah. So if they could make it light, and they had a fire, so they could see that wood is a material that you can also kind of manipulate. So this type of boats, what is a living culture in our national park, it is a so-called soft boat. So you have a log of 50 centimeters diameter, but you leave those two boards close to each other, and then you light a fire, you put in some water, and within half a day you can like expand it. So this is on this photo, and it is not me, it is my teacher. So back in 1990s, we had, together with two local masters, this type of courses, summer courses, 1 week long, where people who was interested could come and build the boat. So this way I was also learning this craft. And yeah, I will use today this 10 minutes for just telling you what are kind of relationships between tourism, which is my main work, and our heritage. So it's said that it is like a fire, yeah? Like fire for expanding the boat, but also fire for cooking your meal. And it is a very dangerous also because you can maybe burn more than you want. So finding this balance is always a question also related to intangible cultural heritage. So what it is intangible? It is something that you cannot touch. So these are the skills, how to build the boat, the use of these material things, some traditions, some customs related to these tangible things. And always these are like based on some place, so it's connected to the place. For the boat building, the reason why it is survived is regular flooding. So in Soma we call it 5 seasons or 5th season, and this 5th season is flood, usually highest in a spring when snow is melting and the rivers become like the water goes up to the riverbanks, so it becomes a big lake. So people need something to move away, like to move from a house to the road where you might have a car, or to move between houses to take your kids to the school and so on. So this is like a specific conditions, natural conditions that has been supporting the preservation of this boat building and use. And just as many of you are from other parts of the world, other countries, so I was thinking to showcase also some other areas in Estonia. So the boat building and use is one of the 5 intangible, one of the 5 features in a list of intangible heritage. And first, that is already like 20 years old, is Kihnu Island, from here on a halfway to Riga. So it is a community which is said to be like a last matriarchate in Estonia. Men are usually fishermen. Women have all the power, so they manage the island families and run the farms. And now last 50, 60 years also using motorbikes for driving around an island, so it has become like this heritage kind of living. Yeah, they have their island, but in nowadays like new things are rising up. And then second on this Estonian list of UNESCO intangible heritage is a region in a far southeast corner called Setomaa. And of course there are not only singing, but there is also like a lifestyle, being on a border with Russia, having Orthodox influence across the border. And how it is related to tourism is that it is kind of giving a new sense of pride for this nationality or ethnos. It's not a nationality, they are Estonians, but they are like with a special dialect and a lot of different cultural kind of unique things, the thinking being the one listed. And something which is actually all over the country is saunas, but saunas, of course, have a chimney just very recently. The traditional way of sauna is a smoke sauna. And Võru, which is a southern county, there is like a most well preserved, and they have been, through their kind of network of saunas, presenting it to the UNESCO list. So, of course, it is important for the hygiene, but it's also important for like cleaning your mind if you go to a sauna. Something comparable maybe to a sweat lodge of North American native people. And yeah, my time is running over, so in this listing the boat heritage, we also needed to identify different risks. What are the risks for this building? And one of them being the deficit of huge old aspen logs, because these trees need to be like a half meter, and when it gets to half meter, it's like 70, 80 years old. And usually aspen is cutted when it is 40, so like 2 times earlier. So there is like a risk for not finding enough trees. So this relationship between how we see the nature, how we use it is important also, and part of this problems with the future of boat building. And yeah, to conclude, I added this picture of how we see the things, that it will be not enough to just, instead of boxes, have it in the circle. Still it is like a separated things, and picking something from there is maybe a nice way for ourselves to be happy with what we do, but seeing how things are related, that there is actually a biosphere which includes us as people, and then economy. Part of economy is tourism as a tool for this kind of balance, what we are looking for. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Aivar.